The poacher. The poacher is the most misunderstood striker in football because to the untrained eye, they don't look like they're doing much. But that's the point. The poacher lives in the penalty area, full stop. They don't press, they don't hold the ball up, they don't dribble past 3 defenders. What they do is read the game so well, they're already in the right place before anyone else has worked out where the ball is going. They survive on scraps, deflections, rebounds, half-cleared corners, cutbacks, and they convert them at a frankly ridiculous rate. Classic poacher energy, could score in a phone box. Strengths, clinical, always in the right place, brilliant movement in tight spaces. Weaknesses, not much use if the service dries up. Outside the box, bit lost. Think Filippo Inzaghi in his prime. Pure instinct, almost irritatingly effective. The target man. The target man is the bloke defenders spend 90 minutes climbing all over and still can't stop. Big, strong, aerial. They're the focal point of the attack. The team plays to them, not through them. You lump it forward, it sticks to the target man, and suddenly your second ball runners have options. They're brilliant for teams that want to bypass midfield quickly or deal with rough conditions. Any team that needs a physical presence at the top end of the pitch, this is your man. Strengths: wins headers, holds up play, brings others into the game, great in the air. Weaknesses: pace isn't usually their strong suit. If the plan is high pressing, intricate passing, not ideal. Didier Drogba at Chelsea, a proper handful. The type of striker that makes centre-halves dread pre-match warm-ups. The mythical complete forward. Every club wants one. Very few exist. This is the striker who does everything. Scores goals, creates chances, presses well, links play, can hold the ball up and run in behind. They're versatile enough to adapt their game based on what the team needs on a given night. The problem? They're incredibly rare and cost an absolute fortune. Clubs spend years trying to build their squad around one. Strengths? Does everything, fits any system. Weaknesses? Usually costs about £80 million and gets injured in October. Karim Benzema at his Real Madrid peak, Lewandowski, Van Nistelrooy at his best. When you've got one, you know it. The advanced forward. Slightly different to the complete forward. The advanced forward is positionally higher, more direct, and often plays in tight spaces between the lines. They're not just a goal scorer, they're constantly available, clever in their movement, and dangerous before the final ball arrives. They can receive with their back to goal, turn and either finish or create. Strengths: link-up play, movement, can be a goal threat and a playmaker. Weaknesses: can drift if not well managed, needs the team to play through them. Think of the classic Thierry Henry, devastating runs, composed on the ball, but not a traditional number 9, advanced in every sense. The false 9. Right, the false 9, football's great trick. Here's the idea. You put a striker in the number 9 position, and then they don't stay there. They drop deep, pull centre-backs out of position, and suddenly there's space in behind that nobody knows whose job it is to defend. It sounds simple, it causes chaos. The false 9 is basically the striker version of refusing to stay where everyone told you to stand and somehow being right about it. Strengths: destroys rigid defensive structures, creates overloads in midfield, makes centre-backs have an existential crisis. Weaknesses: if the team doesn't understand the system, it falls apart completely. The false 9 needs intelligent runners around them. Messi under Guardiola at Barcelona, the most famous example. Defenders had no idea whether to follow him or stay put. They usually got it wrong. The deep lying forward. Similar in some ways to the false 9, but more consistent in their positioning. The deep lying forward genuinely operates lower on the pitch as a standard, not as a tactical trick, but as their natural game. They're often used as a link between midfield and attack. They receive, they play short, and they move. They're less about the final product and more about being the creative engine of the forward line. Strengths: hard to mark, creates numerical superiority in the field, and improves the team's build-up play.
Weaknesses: goal output is often lower, not what you want if you need someone to score 20 a season. Francesco Totti. Carlo Ancelotti described him as unplayable in this role. Hard to argue.
The pressing forward. Not all forwards are on the pitch to score first. The pressing forward is there to cause problems before the ball even reaches your half. They hunt, they close down centre-backs, they pressure goalkeepers into mistakes, they set the defensive shape from the front, and every yard they push the opposition back is a yard closer your team starts to the goal. Knackering, unglamorous at times, but some managers absolutely cannot function without this role. Strengths: wins the ball high up the pitch, disrupts opposition build-up, energizes the whole team. Weaknesses: exhausting. Not always the most clinical finisher, needs a very high engine. Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino at Liverpool, two of the best in the world at making pressing a weapon.
The second striker. The second striker plays just behind the main forward, supporting the attack from a slightly withdrawn position. But they're not a number 10, they're still looking to score. They just do it by arriving late, running from deeper, and arriving in the box at the right moment. They're the player defenders forget about until the ball is already in the net. Strengths: hard to pick up defensively, great movement, often scores in bursts. Weaknesses: can leave the team a bit thin in midfield, needs a proper number 9 to work alongside. Michael Owen in his early England career, Peter Crouch's partnership with Wayne Rooney, works a treat when the balance is right.
The mobile striker. Pure energy. The mobile striker is relentless. They run the channels, they press, they drop wide, they create confusion just by existing at top speed. They might not always finish things off brilliantly, but the sheer movement they generate creates space for everyone else. Defenders have to track them, and while they're tracking them, someone else is free. Strength: creates chaos, drags defenders out of position, suits high-tempo pressing systems. Weaknesses: if the pace drops, they drop with it, and finishing is sometimes a work in progress. Marcus Rashford at his energetic best. Pace, directness, relentless running.
The channel runner. The channel runner is the defender's nightmare. They don't need the ball at their feet. They need the ball in behind. They time their runs to exploit the gap between centre-back and full-back, the channel, and they do it constantly all match until a defender makes a mistake. Against a team that defends with a high line, this is pure gold. Strength: exploits depth, brilliant for counter-attacking, forces defensive lines to drop deeper. Weaknesses: service dependent. If your midfield can't thread balls through, they're invisible. Jamie Vardy, arguably the best channel runner of his generation in the Premier League. Leicester's title-winning season was basically built around giving him those runs. The penalty box striker. Different to the poacher, the penalty box striker isn't just waiting for scraps. They actively work within the box. They want the ball to feet, they want the cutback, they want to turn and shoot. They have clever footwork, are strong under pressure, and their instinct inside the area is exceptional. Strengths: creative inside the box, can score a variety of goals, strong hold-up play in tight spaces. Weaknesses: ask them to press from the halfway line and you might get a funny look. Romelu Lukaku at his Inter Milan peak, dominant, physical, but with surprisingly clever feet when given the right service in the box. The aerial striker. Last but absolutely not least, the aerial striker. This isn't just the target man. The aerial striker can be mobile, quick, direct, but their superpower is in the air. In or out of the box, they're constantly a threat from crosses and set pieces, the bane of any compact defensive block. For teams that deliver a lot of balls wide, this forward is basically a cheat code. Strengths: brilliant in the air, devastating at set pieces, terrifying for defenders at crosses. Weakness: can be nullified by low deliveries. Not all systems serve them well. Peter Crouch, Duncan Ferguson, Andy Carroll, pure aerial menaces. On their day, almost unstoppable if you give them the right service. 12 striker types.
one label, completely different jobs.